Lakeside Dental Clinic, Go Island, is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic.
You might not recognize it, but behind these curtains, there's an awful lot going on. As you can tell, this looks like a whole lot of fun. It's the latest production from Schmooze Productions, La Cage aux Folles. Life-sized puppets with lessons for kids about cancer, professional wrestling on Vancouver Island, and it's much more than just passing the time for aging artists. You are watching Go Island, and the energy here at Nanaimo Center Stage is great. The cast and crew are gearing up for a full dress rehearsal of Schmooze Productions' La Cage aux Folles that opens here on May the 8th and runs through on select dates until May the 31st. We're going to talk to some of the cast today on Go Island. But we're starting off with life-size puppets that are used to teach elementary school children about cancer, focusing in on respect, courage, and compassion. Here is Derek Johnstone. We're here at Nanaimo Center Stage, and it looks different than we've ever seen it set up for theater here before. Dean Chadwick, of course, with Schmooze Productions, and we're moving in circles because La Cage aux Folles is theater in the round, which means that you are constantly moving around while your audience surrounds you. How challenging is this, Dean? Because it feels very, very awkward.
It's very exciting. All you have to do is relax.
But you're not supposed to put your back to the audience. How can you do a show when your back is to the audience, 3 out of 4 times?
You're actually playing the angles a lot more often than just straight on. So your back is never usually straight to an audience. It's often on the angle. And then it's
like
also
this.
really dynamic. So there's lots of movement, lots of people going in different places and different positions within a scene.
And how fun to get out of the box that is a square stage, really.
I love going in the round. It actually challenges the director, it challenges the actors, it challenges the designers, everything, lighting. It's kind of crazy.
And why did you pick this format for this show? What is it that you think matches well?
What I like about this show and this format is that no audience member is more than 3 rows away from the stage.
Yes.
So you get a nice close-up view of the actors, and you can really relate to what's happening in the scene, what's happening with each character.
Now, I read something about an updated version of this well-known plot. What's different about this one?
This is the 2010 revival, so it has a lot sharper numbers. The Cagelles are a lot brighter and faster and a lot more, I would say, to today's standards of what a drag queen might be.
Okay, and I assuming that it's going to get pretty ridiculous.
It's fun. It is so riotous and hilarious.
We're going to delve into some of that craziness later on this edition of Go Island. Time now for a short break. Pro wrestling, Vancouver Island style, art for seniors means much more than just keeping busy and the rising popularity of beach volleyball in Parksville.
Hi, I'm Harrison Hood, and did you know I traveled from Vancouver Island to Vancouver to audition for the role of Bowie 4 times on the teen sitcom Some Assembly Required? Acting definitely takes a lot of dedication and time.
You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4, and I do feel these glaring eyes who are trying to upstage me a little bit, so let's let them have some limelight. And they're being called to the dress rehearsal. We can't be too intrusive here. Serious business. Schmooze Productions getting ready to launch La Cage aux Folles, running here at Nanaimo Center Stage until May the 31st. Have you ever watched WWE? I had to look up what it is. Apparently, it's wrestling. Well, there's a group on Vancouver Island who is focused and dedicated to bringing professional wrestling back to Vancouver Island. If wrestling is your thing, you can catch more from VI Pro Wrestling in Duncan on May the 23rd, and the crew's heading up to Port Alberni on May the 24th. You can get more details on their calendar and the organization through www.viprowrestling.ca, and I think that links you through to a Facebook page. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. We're trying to be a little bit quiet here because we're in the middle of a full-on dress rehearsal. It's going on behind that curtain here at Nanaimo Center Stage. Schmooze Productions getting ready MLA to launch La Cage aux Folles. And an interesting note on this production, when they called for open rehearsals, the MLA for Nanaimo North Cowichan, Doug Routley, appeared and auditioned, and he got the part. And he was directed by Dean Chadwick to not be himself, but to look across the House of Commons and be that other guy. Doug thought that was pretty funny. You can catch Doug Routley on stage as part of La Cage aux Folles from Schmooze Productions until May the 31st. I think there's a pretty good connection between arts and politics. Not a bad relationship to foster, and we get to see if he's got what it takes on stage here. Theater in the Round, in case you didn't know. We're going to throw things over now to Paul Beilstein in Victoria. You might think that art for and from seniors is just a way to pass the time, but as Paul shows us now, there's a lot more to it than just passing time. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. Rob Atkinson playing George, and none other than Rick Myers playing Alban in La Cage aux Folles here at Nanaimo Centre Stage, running May 8th through the 31st. What have you brought to this character?
It's been a big learning experience for me, playing a gay man. It's not something I've done before, so it's been entertaining. It's been fun.
Well, you're learning from an expert over here.
Oh, very much.
Yeah, it's been a really rough go for me to learn how to be gay.
And to play a drag queen. Yes.
But before Rob and I first started, we wanted to learn about what that couple was going to look like, and Rob
Yeah.
being straight. So we decided we would go out for a date.
Yeah.
We went out to a bar and we watched hockey and drank beer. And ate food, and but we got to know each other really well. I've also, through hanging out with Rob in this process, got to know his family quite well, and I've watched the dynamic of their family. You know, I have my own special family too, so I think we've brought that all together to show, you know, Nanaimo that families are diverse, and the family that we bring to the stage here is pretty incredible.
Because there's a lot more to this story than a gay couple pretending to be straight for the benefit of their son.
Oh, yeah.
It is, underneath it all, about family, whatever that family might look
It's
like.
a huge story about family, about the togetherness of a family and how people can draw together and be one as a group. We've got several families in the show, really. We've got the Cagels, the dancers. We've got our son. We've got the other family that comes in, the uptight conservative family that we have to learn how to deal with. So it's been an interesting experience exploring it from each of those angles.
And then we have you and I.
Oh, yes.
And I know theater folks hate to give away the ending because they think for some reason that means you're going to stay at home and not come out to see the show yourself. But in the end, everybody does come together and it's a happy ending. Can we give that much away?
Yes, I say we could say that, yeah.
We could say that.
Okay.
Or I could
If
tell
he
you the
says
butler
so.
did it, but, you know,
Oh,
either
well,
way.
the butler did
The
do it,
maid.
didn't it? The maid.
The maid.
Well, we'll let them discuss that and who did it, the butler or the maid, whoever it is. Schmooze Productions is doing it here at Nanaimo Centre Stage in the Round, May 8th to the 31st. You can visit the website for full details. We're switching gears entirely. You guys play volleyball?
No.
No. Maybe it's a family thing. It is something they do as a group and as a family in Parksville. Here's Kelly Robinson. If you'd like to participate in beach volleyball, full-on production here in Parksville, the best place to go is www.oceansideoutdoorsports.com. That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island. Looks like a first-rate production from Schmooze Productions, La Cage aux Folles, running until May the 31st. We'll see you here at the theater. Thanks for watching Go. We'll see you next time.
Lakeside Dental Clinic Go Island is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic, a division of the Vancouver Island Implant Centre, delivering dental services, including dental implants and sedation dentistry, all under one roof. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.